checkboxes in this particular Excel spreadsheet. So you can see that I've got some data, which is first name of the employee, last name of the employee, and phone number. And let us assume that your manager has given you a task to identify all those employees which did not give an phone number. So you wanted to identify them using a checkbox, right? Like you will be providing a check for all the employees that we have received the phone numbers, and you will not be checking the employees which did not give the phone number, right? So let's try to do that. So to include a checkbox, you might want to get into the developer option. But for few reasons, Microsoft has disabled developer option by default. To enable developer option, all you have to do is just navigate anywhere on the ribbon here and right click, and then you can see customize the ribbon option. When you click into it, you will be redirected into the ribbon option, and here you can see the developer option on the right side, right, this one. So by default you can see that your developer option is not enabled. To enable it, you have to check in it, and there you go, you have it now. So press OK and you'll have the developer option. Now go to the developer option and select the insert option, and there you can see the checkbox. Now draw the checkbox anywhere. I'll draw it over here, and there you go. You have the first checkbox, right? Now if you want, you can even customize this. So carefully click it. You can edit the text and write it as done. Okay. Now you can even copy this to all the cells. Just select and drag, and there you go. Now you can go ahead and check all the employees which you have received the phone numbers, and you can eliminate the ones which did not provide you with the phone numbers. That's how you can do it. And there's also another option where you can use this to include it in a formula. Since this data is only of 25 rows, you can manually check in the data and you can leave the data which is you have not received. But what if you had 2500, right? Then you might need a formula. So in such scenarios, you can use a formula. So how do you use that? So for example, if this particular box is checked, then you will get a true value here, and if it's not checked, you will have a false value. Then you can use that boolean value to include in your formula, right? Sounds interesting. Now let's try to implement that. You can right click the cell and you can find format control. Then you can see here you have an option called cell link. Here select the cell link and press OK. So here you can see if you have checked this, the value is true, and if you uncheck this, you can see the value turned false. Now you can use this particular cell reference for including this in a formula. Now let us also check how to include checkboxes on Google Sheets. In Google Sheet, it's really simple. All you have to do is get into the insert option, and you can see a readily available checkbox. You don't have to use any developer options over here. And there you go. You can just check and uncheck it. Now with that, we have come to an end of this tutorial on checkboxes in Excel.